You used to walk without thinking. Now every step takes effort. Why? Muscle loss isn't just a part of getting older. It's a medically recognized condition, and one that silently affects millions of Americans over 60, long before anyone realizes it's happening. If you've been feeling weaker, struggling with stairs, or waking up at night with leg cramps, you may be facing a condition called sarcopenia. In this video, we're diving into the science-backed reasons behind age-related muscle loss, and more importantly, what you can do to reverse it. You'll learn 7 specific foods proven to support muscle strength, reduce cramps, and restore balance. These aren't supplements or pills. They're everyday ingredients that your muscles have been missing. Stay with us until the end. This might change the way you move, literally. Sarcopenia is defined by the World Health Organization, ICD-10, M62.84, as a disease involving progressive and generalized loss of skeletal muscle mass and strength. It's not just about feeling weaker. Sarcopenia is directly linked to a higher risk of falls, disability, and mortality. According to Harvard Medical School, individuals can lose up to 5% of their muscle mass per decade after age 30, accelerating significantly after age 60. Research from the British Journal of Sports Medicine shows that adults lose nearly 30% of motor neurons controlling lower body muscles by age 75, reducing both strength and coordination. This neurological loss often contributes to muscle cramps, a common symptom among older adults. Combined with decreased physical activity and hormonal changes, sarcopenia creates a perfect storm that slowly steals independence, unless you act. Top 7 muscle-supporting foods backed by science. Number 1. Eggs. Eggs are among the most nutrient-dense whole foods and are frequently referenced in clinical nutrition literature for their role in muscle maintenance and recovery. Each whole egg contains approximately 6 to 7 grams of high-quality protein, including all 9 essential amino acids required for muscle protein synthesis. Of particular note is leucine, an amino acid that plays a central role in initiating muscle growth at the cellular level. In older adults, the body's ability to respond to protein intake, known as anabolic sensitivity, declines with age. This condition, called anabolic resistance, requires a higher intake of leucine-rich protein to stimulate muscle synthesis. According to a study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, consumption of leucine-rich whole foods like eggs has been shown to enhance muscle protein synthesis in aging populations. Additionally, egg yolks are rich in vitamin D and vitamin B12, both critical for neuromuscular coordination and mitochondrial energy production. These vitamins support muscle contraction, balance, and the prevention of age-related falls. For best outcomes, clinical dietary guidelines recommend consuming whole eggs rather than egg whites alone, as the yolk contains key fat-soluble nutrients that contribute to muscle metabolism and overall cellular function. Number 2. Lentils and beans. Lentils and beans are scientifically recognized as high-protein, nutrient-dense legumes that support muscle health, especially in aging populations. 1 cup of cooked lentils provides approximately 18 grams of protein, along with complex carbohydrates and essential micronutrients such as magnesium, potassium, iron, and folate, all of which contribute to muscle function and energy metabolism. According to a study published in the Journals of Gerontology, Biological Sciences, older adults who regularly consumed plant-based proteins, such as legumes, exhibited greater muscle mass retention and improved physical performance over time compared to those who consumed lower amounts. Magnesium plays a direct role in muscle contraction and relaxation, and its deficiency has been associated with muscle cramps and neuromuscular dysfunction, particularly in elderly individuals. Additionally, the slow-digesting complex carbohydrates in lentils and beans help regulate insulin levels, reducing muscle breakdown that can occur with blood sugar instability. Beans and lentils also provide dietary fiber, which supports digestive health and nutrient absorption, both critical for maintaining metabolic efficiency as the body ages. Including these legumes 3 to 4 times per week in the form of soups, stews, or grain bowls is a practical, evidence-based strategy for promoting muscle longevity. Number 3. Brown rice. Brown rice is a whole grain carbohydrate source that contributes to muscle preservation through its unique combination of complex starches, B vitamins, magnesium, and plant-based proteins. Compared to refined white rice, brown rice contains higher levels of vitamin B1, thiamine, B3, niacin, and magnesium, which are essential for energy production, muscle contraction, and nervous system function. A randomized study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging demonstrated that older adults consuming whole grains, including brown rice, had significantly better physical function scores and lower rates of sarcopenia-related fatigue than those consuming refined grains. The low glycemic index of brown rice also helps maintain stable blood glucose levels, minimizing insulin spikes that can promote muscle protein breakdown. Magnesium, abundant in brown rice, is vital for maintaining neuromuscular health. Deficiencies in magnesium have been linked to muscle weakness, tremors, and cramps, particularly in elderly individuals who often have reduced absorption. Furthermore, brown rice contains a modest amount of plant-based protein and bran layers rich in antioxidants, contributing to cellular protection during muscle recovery. When included in moderate portions, 1/2 to 1 cup, brown rice serves as a steady energy source that supports both muscle endurance and daily activity in older adults. Number 4. Fatty fish. Fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring are rich in long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, particularly eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, and docosahexaenoic acid, DHA. These fatty acids are known to have anti-inflammatory effects and play a critical role in regulating muscle metabolism in older adults. A controlled trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, Smith et al., 2011, demonstrated that older adults who supplemented with 3.36 grams of omega-3s per day for 6 months showed a 22% increase in muscle protein synthesis, even without changes in physical activity or diet. This suggests that omega-3s enhance the body's response to anabolic stimuli, counteracting age-related anabolic resistance. Fatty fish are also excellent sources of high-quality protein, vitamin D, and selenium, all of which are essential for muscle maintenance, balance, and neuromuscular coordination. Vitamin D deficiency, which is common among seniors, has been linked to muscle weakness and increased fall risk. Including fatty fish in the diet 2 to 3 times per week is consistent with guidelines from the American Heart Association and aligns with evidence of supporting muscle mass preservation and improved physical performance in aging populations. Number 5. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas, are a dense source of key minerals essential for muscle function, particularly magnesium, zinc, and iron. Magnesium plays a direct role in muscle contraction and relaxation by regulating calcium flow across cell membranes. Low magnesium levels have been clinically associated with muscle cramps, spasms, and chronic fatigue, especially in older adults. A review in Nutrients, 2017, highlights that magnesium deficiency is common among aging populations due to decreased dietary intake and reduced intestinal absorption. Regular consumption of magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds has been shown to reduce cramp frequency and improve neuromuscular control. Zinc, another critical mineral in pumpkin seeds, supports protein synthesis and tissue repair, both vital in preventing the progression of sarcopenia. Zinc deficiency can impair testosterone regulation, immune function, and wound healing, all of which can indirectly affect muscle strength and recovery capacity. 1 ounce, 28 grams, of pumpkin seeds provides nearly 40% of the recommended daily intake of magnesium and 15% of zinc. Incorporating these seeds into the diet as toppings for yogurt, oatmeal, or salads offers a convenient and effective way to maintain mineral balance necessary for muscle health in older adults. Number 6. Tofu and tempeh. Tofu and tempeh, both derived from soybeans, are among the few plant-based sources of complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids required for muscle protein synthesis. Their amino acid profile makes them highly effective in supporting muscle mass maintenance, particularly in older adults experiencing age-related muscle loss. A study published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition found that plant-based diets enriched with soy protein were associated with comparable muscle maintenance outcomes to animal protein diets, provided that total protein intake was sufficient. Tempeh, being fermented, also provides probiotics, which enhance gut health and nutrient absorption, further supporting metabolic and muscular health. In addition to protein, tofu and tempeh supply calcium, phosphorus, and isoflavones, compounds shown in research to contribute to bone density, anti-inflammatory effects, and muscle recovery. These benefits are especially relevant during postmenopausal transitions, a time when muscle and bone degeneration often accelerate. Regularly incorporating tofu or tempeh into meals, whether through stir-fries, grain bowls, or soups, can provide both nutritional density and functional support for muscle preservation as part of a balanced dietary strategy targeting sarcopenia. Number 7. Oats. Oats are a nutrient-dense whole grain that offer multiple benefits for muscle preservation and energy regulation in aging populations. They provide a sustained source of complex carbohydrates that fuel muscular activity without causing rapid blood glucose fluctuations. Stable glucose levels are important in preventing muscle protein breakdown, particularly in individuals with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes, both of which are risk factors for sarcopenia. One of the unique compounds in oats is beta-glucan, a soluble fiber shown in studies, such as those published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism, to improve glycemic control and reduce systemic inflammation. Lower inflammation is directly linked to better muscle recovery and reduced catabolic stress in older adults. Oats also provide modest amounts of plant-based protein and key micronutrients including iron, magnesium, and vitamin B1, thiamine, all of which are necessary for muscle oxygenation, contraction, and nerve signal transmission. To maximize their muscle supportive properties, oats can be consumed as steel-cut or roll varieties, cooked with water or unsweetened plant milk, and combined with protein-rich toppings such as flaxseed, yogurt, or nuts. This combination supports both anabolic processes and digestive efficiency, making oats a foundational component in a muscle-preserving diet. Lifestyle tweaks that supercharge food. While nutrition forms the foundation for muscle health, certain daily lifestyle adjustments have been clinically shown to enhance the effects of diet and combat sarcopenia more effectively. One key factor is hydration and electrolyte balance. In older adults, magnesium deficiency is a leading contributor to muscle cramps and weakness. According to a 2018 review in Nutrients, low magnesium levels impair neuromuscular transmission, increasing the frequency and severity of cramps. Maintaining proper fluid intake and incorporating magnesium-rich foods, like leafy greens and seeds, can reduce these symptoms. Gentle morning stretching, even for just 5 minutes, can stimulate neuromuscular activation and improve circulation. Research in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy suggests that regular low-intensity stretching enhances flexibility, balance, and mobility in individuals over 60. Sunlight exposure, especially in the early morning, is another low-cost intervention. Just 15 to 30 minutes of direct sunlight can boost vitamin D synthesis, which plays a direct role in muscle contraction and fall prevention. A deficiency in vitamin D has been linked to reduced muscle strength and impaired physical performance. Lastly, adequate sleep is essential for muscle regeneration. During deep sleep stages, the body releases growth hormone, which supports muscle tissue repair and cellular recovery. Studies from the Sleep Research Society show that poor sleep quality is associated with accelerated muscle mass decline in older adults. When combined with nutrient-rich foods, these evidence-based lifestyle strategies offer a comprehensive, non-pharmacological approach to slowing or reversing muscle loss associated with aging. Pills versus real food. What's better? While dietary supplements can serve a role in specific clinical deficiencies, current research consistently favors whole foods for long-term muscle preservation and metabolic health. Whole foods provide not only macronutrients, but also cofactors such as enzymes, fiber, antioxidants, and B-complex vitamins that are essential for nutrient absorption and cellular function. According to the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, whole food-based diets are associated with greater nutrient bioavailability, reduced oxidative stress, and better muscle recovery than diets reliant on supplements alone. Protein powders, though convenient, are best used as adjuncts rather than substitutes for real meals. They often lack the dietary fiber and phytonutrients found in natural sources such as eggs, legumes, or tofu. Over-reliance on isolated nutrients, such as calcium, vitamin D, or protein powders, may lead to imbalances or even compete with one another for absorption. By contrast, whole foods deliver nutrients in their natural matrix, improving assimilation and synergistic function. For most aging adults, a food-first approach remains the most sustainable and physiologically effective method to support muscle health and prevent sarcopenia. Age-related muscle loss is not irreversible. Scientific evidence confirms that older adults retain the capacity to rebuild muscle mass, improve strength, and regain mobility when provided with the right nutrients, habits, and consistency. The human body, even in later decades, is remarkably adaptable when properly fueled and gently challenged. Decades of research across clinical nutrition and geriatric medicine agree. It's never too late to intervene. Whole foods rich in amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and anti-inflammatory compounds, when paired with small daily practices like stretching, hydration, and sun exposure, can dramatically improve physical function. So wherever you are in your journey, remember, start small. Start today. Your muscles remember. You just need to remind them. If this video gave you clarity or hope, consider liking it, leaving a comment with the food you're planning to try, and sharing it with someone who may need support on their own path to strength. Together, let's build better days, one meal, one stretch, one step at a time.